Hey, what's everybody? Zach Slobin here. And I just want to bring some ideas to your awareness in terms of what I see as being possible with collagen and some things that we can do as a field in unison to really collectively contribute to not just this early wave of excitement, but really long-term sustainable growth. And so I want to invite you into participating in something that all of us, I think, can get better at. And I want to use something that I call the 8 Mile strategy. And that's in reference to the movie 8 Mile, which is loosely based on the life of Eminem. And if you've never seen the movie 8 Mile, please go watch it for fun. And if you have seen it, then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Before I introduce the strategy, when it comes to marketing the collagen product and using the 8 Mile strategy, here's what I want to bring into your mindset. I personally believe that if we do this properly, based on what I see, and I'm not the only person that's been in the industry a long time that is aware of what this can do, this product. I personally believe that this product can take us to a $3 or $4 billion a year company, potentially in the next 3 to 4 years. I truly believe that we can triple the size of this company in the next 2.5 to 3 years for sure. But again, it depends on doing things properly. The reality is that we live in a world of misinformation, mistrust. We live in a world where people don't trust the media and certainly don't trust what they see on social media. And so the thing that we have to be cognizant of as marketers is what are consumers experiencing when they have products marketed to them. Never before has skepticism been greater, and rightly so. We know there's a ton of stuff out there that gets doctored. There are images that get photoshopped. And so there is a lot of justification for consumers being defensive when it comes to things that they see. So what we know is that we're seeing some really, really unique results, when it comes to these collagen infusions coming into our bodies. We're seeing some really, really astounding things that are taking place. But what we're not seeing yet is, do those results expand broadly and consistently? And what I mean by that is we have to understand that every single person's body is different. So whereas one person might see a remarkable result in 3 days, another person might not see that same result, if ever, for 3 or 6 months or a year. But that doesn't discount the quality of the result. It's no different than when we're working with somebody who has weight to lose. We have to understand that people's bodies are different. And so what I really want to help us to work on as a field is helping to manage expectations. It's better to under-promise and over-deliver. And again, before I give you the strategy, I want to share a little history with you. There was a company some years ago that launched inside the network marketing space. It was a skincare company. It was a topical skincare product. And it created miraculous results very, very quickly. And so the company got all of this great press, and there was all this excitement, and it was growing. Well, I had personally tried the product, and I had a really bad experience. And there was a whole wave of people that also simultaneously had a bad experience. And so paralleling the growth of this company was also a ton of negative press. And eventually, because nothing goes up forever, when the sales plateaued, the negative press continued, eventually leading itself into a ton of challenging moments for that company, from consumer complaints to the FTC to you name it. And eventually that company had to go into a full rebrand for all of those reasons, and it created a significant financial hit for that company. So I personally believe that there's a huge difference between building compliantly and building in a classy way. So what I want to encourage us to use is the 8 Mile strategy. So for those of you that have seen the movie 8 Mile, you know that at the very end of the movie, what Eminem does in his final battle is he basically calls out all of the things that the other rapper was going to talk smack about him with his own rap. And so Eminem literally took away any ability for the rapper to attack him, because Eminem owned all of his own fallibilities. And so I want to encourage you to use that same strategy so that we can under-promise and over-deliver, so that we can manage expectations. So here's my strong recommendation. In your posts, it's okay to say things like, now I understand that this is a jaw-dropping result. I want to make it very clear that we recognize that this will not happen for everyone, that clearly this person's body is responding in a unique way. We understand why a result like this might invite skepticism. If I didn't know this person personally, I too would doubt the sincerity of these photos. I can appreciate why you might be doubting a result like this, considering how much misinformation is out in the world today. And so by clearing it out and bringing context to the photos that you're posting, what you avoid is the keyboard warriors going crazy in the comment thread. So that way, rather than having to spend your time defending what you're posting and having to bring context after the fact, it's more authentic, it's more transparent, and it's revolutionary for this industry, quite frankly, to put it out in front. To say, I get that this is jaw-dropping. I get that this isn't something you would expect. I understand inherently that maybe this is due to hydration. Maybe there's a little bit of a lighting difference, but we're a community that believes in transparency, and so we're doing our best to take photos side by side that look like each other. And the other thing that we don't want to do, of course, is create that false expectation for somebody else. Because if you market to them a 3-day transformation and on 3 days, day 3, they don't have that same result, guess what happens to your credibility? It starts to go down. And guess what happens to the company's credibility? It starts to go down. And here's the reality on the data, believe it or not. It takes 40 positive reviews to negate a single negative review. I'm going to say it again. It takes 40 positive reviews to negate a single negative review. And why is that? It's because an unhappy customer, on average, is going to make it a point to go out and tell anywhere from 15 to 20 people about that bad experience. And so the last thing you need is to create an environment of high expectations when you don't have a guarantee on the promise that we're making on these photos, because again, we're early days here. I trust and believe in the science of this product, but I also believe that for long-term brand protection, for long-term credibility for yourself and for us as a field and for the overall company, please, please, please consider managing expectations in every conversation that you have, in every post that you make. Consider using the 8-mile strategy. Just call it out up front. No one in network marketing does that. One of the big reasons that this industry has a black mark is because people feel like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. People feel like there's a lot of hype. But if we just open it up and say, here we are, and we understand, and we invite in your skepticism, because we know we can back it with science, and we're not promising anything whatsoever. And we're clearly communicating to you that every single body is different. Then we manage expectations. Then it doesn't feel like anyone's having the rug pulled out from anywhere underneath them. The other thing is from a cultural perspective. The last thing we want to create is an environment in which people feel badly that they're not getting results as quickly as other people. The last thing we want to create is an environment where people are obsessively looking in the mirror every single day. Did I change? Do I have a result? Are those wrinkles gone? Are those spots gone? Oh, what's wrong with me? This must not work for me. I'm going to return my products and I'm going to go tell 20 friends that didn't work. So again, be willing to call it out. Be transparent in your marketing. Be clear in your communication. And not only will we shift this company, we will shift how this business is done. We can shift the perception of the network marketing space by doing things with a product like this in a way that is classy, with integrity, with transparency, with value, with real science, and with real accountability. So please, please, please join me and some of the other leaders in this company when we say to please be disciplined and not just building compliantly, but building classily. And of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, please just let us know. I'm just the GPS. I'm just trying to pay it forward based on some mistakes I've made in my career and mistakes that I've seen throughout the history of this industry. But again, everybody, please hear me. Please hear me. If we do this correctly, if we market this correctly, if we connect with people correctly, if we serve people correctly, if we are authentic and transparent and we manage expectations correctly, this company is going to springboard in ways in which you wouldn't believe. So anyways, I hope there's value in this. Please tag some people in it below so we can get this message spread out to as many people as possible. I hope you're all having a great day, a great afternoon. Lots to be excited about. Not here to be a downer, just here to help all of us grow better so we can be better, so we can serve better, so we can all live better. Much love, and I'll talk to you soon.